If 7.0 grams of nitrogen are reacted with 4.0 grams of hydrogen, how many grams of product would be made? Alright, so if 7 grams of nitrogen, so we know 7.0 grams of nitrogen, we want to know how many grams of the product, which in this case is NH3. Well, I have my first conversion factor here, in which I can take the fact that 28.01 grams of nitrogen is also known as 1 mole of nitrogen. Okay, I look at my balanced chemical equation and it says that 1 mole of nitrogen is going to give me 2 moles of NH3. And so if that's the case, then I'm going to go I'm going to put 1 mole of N2 on the bottom here, but then on the top I'm going to put 2 moles of NH3. And so for every 1 mole of NH3, I'm going to get 17.04 grams of NH3. And I do this so that grams cancels with grams, and moles cancels with moles of nitrogen, and then moles of NH3 cancels with moles of NH3, leaving me in grams. And so, if I want to do the math, it's going to be 7.0 times 1 times 2 times 17.04, and all of that is going to be over 28.01 times 1 times 1. So when I solve the top, I get 238.56. When I solve the bottom, I get 28.01. And then when I simplify that even further, I get 8.51696 grams of NH3. Alright, since this number has 2 significant figures, my result is going to be the 8 is significant, the 5 is significant, the 1 is not, and it does not round up the 5, 8.5 grams of NH3, known as ammonia. I also know that I have 4.0 grams of hydrogen as well, because 2.02 grams of hydrogen is the same thing as 1 mole of hydrogen. And now that I'm in moles of hydrogen, I can say for every 3 moles of H2, I'm going to get 2 moles of NH3. Alright, and so I'm going to want the moles of hydrogen, so 3 moles of H2. For that, I will get 2 moles of hydrogen of NH3. For every 1 mole of NH3, I'll get 17.04 grams. And so now I can cancel here, cancel here. I can cancel the moles hydrogens with the moles hydrogen. I can cancel the moles NH3 with the moles NH3, leaving me with grams of NH3. So the math is 4 4.0 times 1 times 2 times 17.04. All of that over 2.02 times 3 times 1. When I do the math on the top, I get 136.32. When I do the math for the bottom, I get 6.06. When I simplify the fraction even further, I get a result of 22.49505 grams of NH3. But if I come back here, I see that I have 2 sig figs, and so that means that my answer is going to, this first 2 is significant, the second 2 is significant, the 4 is not here, but it's important, but it doesn't actually round, so 22 grams of NH3.